What is rain? Where does it come from, and how is it formed? Why is it needed? How does rainfall affect the amount of water available to us to use? These are some of the questions we will be discussing, plus taking a closer look at clouds, lightning and thunder, and I will also show you how to make it rain inside. First off, water is a renewable resource that moves in a cycle with neither a beginning nor an end. Water vapor, which is evaporated from oceans, lakes, and rivers, as well as dew from forests, fields, and plants, condenses and forms into clouds and returns to Earth as precipitation, or rain, once again replenishing reservoirs, lakes, rivers, and other sources of water and providing the moisture required by plants and animals. An endless water cycle. Clouds are made of billions of tiny water droplets, or ice crystals. It is cold among the clouds, and often the raindrops start as snowflakes, but they melt as they fall toward the ground. It stays as snow when the air layers close to the ground are cold, like in winter. There are 10 different types of clouds. We will discuss the 4 main cloud types. Each main classification is then further subdivided to identify the many variations. The first is cirrus, meaning hair-like, stratus, meaning layer, cumulus, meaning pile, and nimbus, meaning rain-producing. Cirrus clouds are the thin wispy strands you see way up high in the sky. Stratus clouds hover in the middle and can be stretched thin or bunched up like cotton balls in a row. Cumulus clouds look fluffy, like whipped cream in a pile. These are the clouds often seen closest to the ground. In fact, some may even pass as a mountain range if viewed on the horizon. They also lend a hand in creating these gorgeous sunsets. Nimbus are dark clouds that often bring rain. These are clouds that have lots of water droplets inside them, so little sunlight can penetrate them, and eventually enough water droplets combine together and fall to the ground as rain. As you can see in this picture, the rain is falling, but only in one area, which is how it can rain in Lawrenceville, but not Grayson. And the best thing to come after a rainstorm is, of course, the rainbow. Plants in your front yard, crops in the fields, trees in the forests, and animals need the water cycle to survive. Humans even get all of our drinking water and the water to swim in from rain. Australia is the least rainiest continent on Earth. And over to the east, there is a desert in South America that has never recorded any rainfall. Which is strange, as South America is the rainiest continent on Earth. As far as big cities go in the United States, New Orleans gets the most amount of inches per year. And then over in Nevada, in the city of Las Vegas, they get the least amount with under 6 inches per year. So how much water does come down as rain? 1 inch of rain over 1 acre of land equals 27,154 gallons of water. So, to put it in perspective, in the city of Atlanta, which is 132.4 square miles, 1 inch of rain would be 2,293,000,000 gallons of water. And with an average of 45 inches a year, that is 103.2 billions of gallons of water. This picture shows 162 gallon bottles. It would take 14,154,320 more pages like this to equal 1 inch of rain in Atlanta. While that sounds like a lot of water, a few reasons we have droughts are: some years we do not get a lot of rain, more people means more consumption, and not all of the rain goes directly to the source that provides the drinking water. What can you do to help? You can help by using a rain barrel to collect water and then use that for watering your garden or flowers. You can check out more ways to conserve water at this website. Where there's rain, there are sometimes storms. Inside these cumulonimbus clouds are little particles of ice and water. When all the particles bump into each other, electricity builds up inside the cloud. After a while, the whole cloud fills up with electrical charges. The positive charges or protons form at the top of the cloud, and the negative charges or electrons form at the bottom of the cloud. Most lightning occurs within the clouds, though sometimes it can travel down and touch the earth. Since opposites attract, that causes a positive charge to build up and concentrates around anything that sticks up, such as mountains or trees. The charge coming up from these points eventually connects with a charge reaching down from the clouds, and zap, lightning strikes. Lightning bolts are quite hot, even hotter than the surface of the sun. The lightning is so hot that it heats up the air around it. The hot air expands or gets bigger. Since lightning is so hot, the air expands quickly. The hot air pushes against cooler air, making vibrations. These vibrations travel through the air, bouncing off of clouds and the ground until the sound reaches you. The big explosion of noise from these vibrations is called thunder. You often hear thunder and see lightning together during a thunderstorm. However, we see the lightning first because light travels faster than sound. But they really occur together. To find out how close a storm is to you, count how many seconds pass between each clap of thunder and the first flash of lightning. Multiply by 5 to estimate the distance. Can there be lightning without thunder? Or can there be thunder without lightning? Heat lightning, also known as silent lightning, is because the storm is too far away for you to hear the thunder. It is difficult to hear at distances of over 12 miles, though you can still see the lightning. Thunder without lightning is possible because the lightning is there, you just cannot see it behind thick clouds or maybe behind an obstacle such as a tree. Now I'm going to show you a simple experiment to demonstrate how evaporation, condensation, and precipitation work. You will need these items listed. To start, pour very hot water into the bottom half of your empty soda bottle. Then place the top part upside down in the bottom half of the bottle and add ice cubes to it. Now let's take a closer look and make some observations. You created a miniature water cycle in your bottle. Evaporation turns liquid water into a water vapor gas that rises into the air. The heat causes the water to evaporate. As the vapor cools, it turns back into a liquid. This is called condensation. In your pop bottle, the water vapor rises until it reaches the cold zone caused by the ice. You can see droplets forming and hanging from the plastic. In nature, condensed water vapor shows up in our sky as clouds. Clouds in the sky collect water droplets until they are too heavy to float. Then the water falls from the sky as rain. This is called precipitation. In your pop bottle, the droplets get heavier and heavier until they fall back down into the bottom part of the bottle. You'll need to look closely, but you can see that it is raining. Check out these great titles about rain, the water cycle, and storms at your local library.